Welcome, my name is Jessica, and this is my channel, Pine and Plates. And today I wanted to take you along for a day of meals. We are a family of 5. I have 3 boys, and we are a homeschool family, so we eat all of our meals at home. Today I started off by making for breakfast an apple bake. And I started off by cutting up 2 apples into dices, and then I added 1 cup of milk with 2 eggs and a half a cup of brown sugar. To this, there was 1/4 of a cup of melted butter and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of salt, and a teaspoon of vanilla. I then added 3 cups of oats and incorporated this together after adding in the chopped apples. This will then go into the oven and bake for 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes, or until a knife will come out clean. We then will serve this with some milk, maybe a drizzle of maple syrup, and some raisins on top as well. For our lunch, I had some leftover taco meat that I decided to warm up and use to make some meat and cheese quesadillas. And I just added a little bit of meat to the taco shell with some shredded cheese and just fried it on both sides until it was all nice and warm. And with this, we served some salsa and sour cream. I added a little bit of lettuce to mine, and with a side of some grapes. For dinner today, we are doing a chicken and dumpling. I started this earlier in the morning by adding some chicken leg quarters that I had gotten from the store. And then to this, you're going to see I have a bag of scraps. So when I slice up an onion or celery, I will freeze the scraps in the freezer. And so when I am making a stock like this, it's just so easy and quick to add to the recipe for flavor. And so I'll just grab a handful and just plop it in, and it makes it very flavorful. And then to this, I'm going to add in 2 bay leaves along with some salt and pepper. There will then be added to this about 8 cups of water, or until it is just covering the chicken and the stuff in it. And I put mine on the slow cooker setting. After about then 4 to 6 hours, I will separate the broth from the meat and then from those vegetable discards. I will then take the chicken and I will shred it up and put it in a 9x13 casserole dish. Next, I will be making the dumplings, and for this I will mix together 1 cup of flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a half a cup of milk. I will then stir to incorporate that. To my Instapot then, I will add in about 3 to 3.5 cups of that broth we created, and put my Instapot on the saute setting until it is at a rolling boil. And while it is boiling, I'm going to drop spoonfuls of that dough mixture into the boiling broth. And I'm going to keep it boiling until they are floating and puffy. And finally, I'm going to take that dumpling and broth mixture, and I'm going to pour it over that shredded chicken that we had prepared earlier. And to this, I am then going to sprinkle with some pepper and salt before I put it in my oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen today with a full day of meals, and I hope you get to try some of these recipes in your own kitchen. I'll see you next time.